Here we go. Getting into the game, lifting off the command center like a pro. Alright, now, once again, if you'd be so kind as to call the positions as I fix my overlay.
Okay, looks like we got Nb Zealot, who is Zerg, at the 1 o'clock position. We got Mr. Monkey at the 12 o'clock position, I'm sorry. I got 2pac at the 11 o'clock position. We got Rhino at the 9 o'clock position again. We got Genji at the 7 o'clock position, and we got Sky at the 6 o'clock position. And once again, it looks like the positions favor 2pacalypse teams again, because once again, Rhino's still isolated by himself, but it looks like it is ZPP versus ZPP, so mirror match.
Alright, so 2pacalypse opting for a Zerg rather than Terran this time. That's kind of interesting. Actually, what is his main race? Does he even have a main race?
I believe on BGH he does go random, as well as Mr. Monkey goes random as well. I believe Genji's the only one who actually race picked this time. Oh. And that's actually a very huge advantage mentally, because they have to early scout, see what your other teams are doing, so you can build a build order to work against the other team.
Very interesting, very interesting. Looks like a little probie is going to try and scout my base. I'm hiding there, hiding above the cliff.
Yeah, same here.
Yep, and ooh, this is interesting. So Monkey's actually gonna put a forge down and do like a forge fast expand, except that it's gonna be his ally who's expanding instead of him. This is quite cool. Some nice teamwork going on here. 2pacalypse, I trust you then that you won't F up.
The one thing I do like about what they're doing is that they're going to allow the Zerg to mass up. As you can see, Nb Zealot went with a 9-proof speed build, so his economy during the mid-game is going to be definitely lower than 2pacalypse. It's going to help his team out more, but as you can see, Genji is going with the 2-gate build, which I don't agree on, because his allies are going to be defenses and turtle up. As you can see that Sky's team is going to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, isn't this basically saying that, oh, the other team can go 3v1 the ally, and we're just not going to help you because I have cannons and a hatchery and no units?
Pretty much.
And looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Wait a minute, 3 probes? 3 probes coming out for Sky. What is he doing with those probes? Oh man, he didn't bring a zealot. He's just like, screw zealots, I'm just going to go kill him with probes. I don't need zealots.
It looks like he's bringing the 3 probes to help harass with the Zerglings.
I think that's his own pylon. Is he going to build a shield battery there? Or is it going to be... It must be a shield battery, because he's not making a forge. So he can't make cannons. I think he's going to make an offensive shield battery there, which is really interesting. Going for the kill here on Genji. And of course, once again, his allies can do nothing. The gateway has only just started for Mr. Monkey. Looks like the spawning pool has finished for 2pacalypse. I don't know how many lings he has on the way, but his ally, Genji, once again, taking some heat. Mr. Monkey thinks he's dead. Look at that. They don't even care. Mr. Monkey, oh yeah, he's probably dead. And 2pacalypse just like makes a happy face. What a noob.
It looks like his forge is up, and if he can get one count out, he could probably survive this.
Indeed, and Sky trying to do some nice micro with the shield battery, but it is 4 zealots against 1. Okay, a second zealot now coming in. But these lings, and the probes also, the probes are still alive, doing their little zappy damage. Looks like a zealot trade there. Does Genji have enough for a cannon? If he just throws down the cannon here, I think he'll be okay. He loses 1 gateway, he's still not making a cannon. I guess he doesn't have enough money. He's using his probes to fight right here. More units are just flooding in. A Dragoon now. Looks like Rhino actually once again went for this fast Dragoon build, even though there's actually no Terran on the other team this time. But I do believe Dragoons are in fact pretty good on BGH. It's what Wikipedia said.
So it looks like White's is going to die. And looks like the Zerg went for a lair, so it's probably going to go Muta.
A fantastic probe stack right there, though, annihilating a lot of the lings, but he's running low on the probe count. And of course, there are just more and more units flooding in right here. But he has actually, I mean, considering it was a 1v3, he has killed so many units. I'm actually really impressed. And of course his allies, meanwhile, have been macroing up. Looks like Mr. Monkey's actually going straight for DT tech. And
it looks like Mr. Monkey tried to cannon blue but got caught, so that looked like that failed.
Oh, indeed, indeed. And the Nexus is being targeted right now. Nothing really that Genji can do about it. He's actually sending all his probes. I guess, I wonder if he has 400 minerals saved up. That would be pretty funny if he did one of those epic comebacks.
So it looks like 2pacalypse Spire is about halfway done. And looks like the Zerg has no anti-air whatsoever. And it looks like all the other teammates as well has no anti-air. Looks like Blue has 4 Dragoons, but I believe 2pac's going to have 9 Mutas pop out right at the same time once that Spire is built.
Indeed. Now Sky is getting his Forge down, so he should be defended, but Zealot really needs to get an Evolution Chamber up and a Spore if he wants to survive, unless he's going to rely on his allies' Dragoons to help him. But his base is quite far away, and it looks like Zealot's Lings are cleaning up some of 2pac's in the middle of the map, but there are some more over here. The thing is, I mean, 2pacalypse, I don't know if he should be aggressive right here. He's got Mutas on the way, so I don't think he needs to really do anything serious with these Lings. Looks like he is making some Mutas right now. I think it looks like 7 Mutas are making, I see 7 eggs. So I assume that is 7 Mutalisks on the way. And Genji is in fact just using his probes to fight. I guess he doesn't have 400 minerals.
Looks like Mutas are out, heading to yellow, and looks like yellow will die.
Indeed he will. There are 6 Mutas. Is there a 7th one? I said 7. Come on. Come on, 2pacalypse. Prove me right. Prove me right. And Zealot is not happy about seeing Mutas enter his base. Sky is seeing that DT. This DT, I don't know why the DT is also going here, because if the Mutas are going to kill it anyway. I think he should go kill, well, I mean, I guess Blue has an Overlord here to spot for him, and Brown does have cannons. So, why not go finish him off? I hear things shooting. What is shooting? I thought I heard.
I believe the Dragoons were shooting.
Ah, there we go. Okay. But there's actually nothing here to detect this DT. I think Zealot doesn't even have 100 minerals to make an Overlord with, because he's not morphing anything. So this one DT is actually going to kill him, even though he's a Zerg, and hence has just natural detection. And oh man, there's a DT in the base. Oh, the Mutas actually went in and sniped Zealot's Overlord that was detecting for his ally here. So this DT is now in with 18 kills, and nothing stopping him. He's just going to town on these probes. 20 kills now. Oh my goodness. It looks like we're going to have a repeat of last game where Genji just takes one for his team and his teammates clean up. Oh man, the probes are running. Zealot says, let's try. Looks like they're going to go for an all-in counter.
This will definitely fail, especially with that gateway in front.
And there's 2 DTs there and they have no detection. So, I mean, Mr. Monkey just could make a complete wall with Zealots and they would have absolutely no way to get through. Oh man. Those DTs, man, they're pretty good.
Definitely on this map. And what I like when he went fast DT is that because a lot of NB team went totally standard and knew that the only way they're going to have detections are either cannons and their allies' overlords.
Indeed, indeed. How many kills does this guy have? Alright, 22 kills, and he's wailing away on the Nexus. And I really don't see what Nb.Sky's team can do right here. Looks like Sky's actually... Oh wait, no, that's Rhino's expansion. Looks like Rhino's actually expanding to Sky's natural since his own main is dying, but there's 4 DTs coming. They have 1 million units and no detection. Oh my god. This must be so frustrating. You have like a gigantic army and you just can't see these DTs. Oh man, they're just like making a wall. It's like, is he just going to try and make a cannon to buy time?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to wall and try to get those DTs not to be able to kill that cannon so he can try to rebuild. But at this point of the game that, 2pac has his natural and his base fully saturated with drones, I think it's going to be a lost cause.
Indeed. Mutas are out, gonna catch some of these lings. Mr. Monkey says it's over already. He's made a Dark Archon! Mr. Monkey has a Dark Archon. I don't know why he has a Dark Archon. But that is certainly very cool. Oh man, if he just mind controls something. If we get some serious BM going here in just game 2 of today, that is certainly a good sign of some epic games. Looks like Blue is actually gonna just go and eliminate Genji. Oh, nope. Looks like Genji bargaining for his life. Rhino has agreed to leave him a pylon. How very generous of him.
And looks like Zella is out as well.
Indeed. Zealot will leave his lings right there. And remain in the game with just a hatchery. So it's now 2-on-2. Although, I mean, 2pacalypse and Mr. Monkey have just such a huge advantage. Sacrificing their teammate Genji. Genji being the sacrificial lamb 2 games in a row to allow his allies to get a huge advantage. And 2pacalypse is doing the non-muta micro, flying over cannons without actually shooting anything. Gets 1 probe and all that. Looks like actually the cannon positioning is quite nice for Nb.Sky, covering pretty much his entire base. Team Sky 1v2 no pressure. No problem.
So it looks like High
this.
Tech is up for the Zerg and a Hydra Den. I wonder if he's going to go Mass Hydra with mass upgrades as well.
Oh, well that is extremely boring. No! There's the Ultraless Cavern. Why go
and
Mass
looks like
Hydra?
the mind control drone from Mr. Monkey.
Oh, Mr. Monkey playing Protoss and Zerg. He's not content to play just one race. Look at that. That is in fact a teal hatchery. How imbalanced. You know, there was actually a really funny thread on the IC Cup forums by some poor newbie who made a complaint. He was like, this guy was hacking. He played 2 races in the same game, and it was just like a mind control drone or something. So, yeah.
That sounds like I would say that, especially when I'm ahead and I lose due to the fact that he mind controlled one of my races and comes back and win.
Hey man, recalled siege tanks is pretty imbalanced, so you know it's a reasonable complaint. Now I really want to see a Maelstrom on these mutas, even though they're like allies. Just because Maelstrom on mutas is so cool. I hope he does it just for the lulz. And morphing some Archons. Sky throwing down some cannons. Gonna try and just survive, but there are a million gateways for Mr. Monkey, who isn't going for any other tech. Could get a Stargate, go for some Arbiters. There's the Greater Spire. So, Greater Spire plus Ultraless Cavern. 2pacalypse! Whoops, accidentally pressed O instead of U. Whoopsie daisies. So, it looks like he, instead of spawning like 20 Ultralisks, he's just going to make 20 Overlords instead. Mr. Monkey is amused by this.
That's so good.
I'm actually going to look. Oh my god, he wasn't even kidding. Look at that, 5 Overlords just pop out. Are the rest of these all Overlords? Oh my goodness, how embarrassing.
Yeah, you see the mass spawn of Overlords right over here near Mr. Monkey's base. That's crazy.
Indeed. I would also like to point out and direct our viewers' attention to your own keyboards, where you will notice that O and U are not even adjacent keys. So that is quite the misclick. He has some pretty fat fingers. So we have the Mass Dark Archon now in the middle of the map. Is he just gonna mind control like half the Dragoons? Sky is going out with like 6 Dragoons to try and do some micro. Rhino has the remains of his former army.